Hey guys, what's going on? Time for another YouTube video. This time we're on the water and we're gonna be testing out some of the new stuff that just got released at ICAST this year. Also stuff that got released early in the year. So what I've got here is basically the new hard bait from Shimano. This is the Zumverno 95 SP MR. So this is like a 6-foot diving, small 95 mil jerkbait that has 3 super sharp tiny hooks on it. So really, really cool little bait. Got a wide action, but it's got a couple of cool features about it. And the one thing I love about this is it's got JetBoost, which means despite it being small, it's gonna cast a very long way. The other thing it has is it has ScaleBoost, which has a natural holographic 3D foil on some colors. This is one of the matte colors. And it's also got FlashBoost on some of the clear colors where you're gonna have that, when you pause the bait, that little mirror that flickers inside the middle of it. So this is a bait that's gonna work in a number of conditions, but for me, you know, we're talking midsummer smallmouth, this is one of the best search baits. And in our waters up north where it's super clear, that is a key because it's small, it's got 3 hooks, and I'm able to cast it a long way, even on Baitcaster. For the rod, I've picked the 842C MBR. This is the new IMX Pro Bass from G. Loomis. And then I've got a Corrado DC 150. It's a perfect combo, and I've got it threaded up with simple 14-pound Sunline FC Sniper. It's a great combo for this type of water.
I'm sure we'll make it one day.
Oh, he turned on it. Little jerk pause. One thing when you're working a jerkbait is to try to figure out the cadence that they want that day. Right now I'm working a double pump pause, and my rod is up at a 45-degree angle. That can be critical sometimes. Sometimes they're gonna want a little straight downward pause. You're gonna do that downward jerking motion. But for me, to get the bait to get the most side to side, that little up quarter or straight up pop is really, really effective. Ooh, whole swirl of them. Got him, got him, got him. First cast with the Zumverno 95 MRSP. Nice fish, nice fish. Now, the thing about doing this, throwing the jerkbait, you got 2 ways of thinking about it. It's early season here, so I wouldn't say early season, water's 75 degrees. I normally like to really throw, you know, braid to fluorocarbon on spinning when I need casting distance. But the nice thing about this jerkbait is because it's got JetBoost, it actually casts a really long way. So I'm able to throw it on fluoro. What I like fluoro for is that little bit more softness and, believe it or not, better land ratio, because with braid, you got no stretch. So when you're using Power Pro, you got no stretch in the line. But with the fluoro, you got that little bit of stretch. It's also a more subtle action on the bait. And this bait, between the FlashBoost, the ScaleBoost, and the JetBoost, I mean, it really, really does well. And you've got 3 hooks, so that's critical. So you can see the fish here, nice, hooked really well. Just 1 hook actually got him now. He ate it like I felt him thump it from a ways away. All right, let's get this guy in. Spot lock us right here. There he goes. Gone. Perfect. The other thing I like doing is picking a gear ratio of a reel that's going to be high speed when I'm throwing a jerkbait. And the reason is I want to have to reel less to pick up that slack. The slack is what's going to allow the bait to dance, but once you pop it, you want to get back on it right away. And if you're on it right away, you're going to feel more bites. I'm using the XG Corrado 150, which is an 8.5 to 1. This reel brings in like 37 inches of line per handle turn, so it's gonna really help me stay on top of the bait. So you can crank it down quick, pop, pop, pause, pop, pop, pause, and you can actually feel them smack it. Even if you're using straight fluoro, if you got your setup right and the right amount of slack out, you'll feel every single bite. Another little guy. Spot lock us right here. They are definitely eating it on a longer pause. And that's one thing you want to recognize. Recognize the cadence, recognize the pause length, and that's going to help you dial in what the bite is. It will change throughout the day, don't kid yourself, but for the most part, try to recognize what you were doing when you got bit and try to duplicate it. If it stops working, then start changing it up. It's pretty simple. God, they're strong. You gotta love smallmouth. Just a little guy, but my God, the power. Now we talked about that rod a little bit, that 842 MBR. That's a perfect rod for me for jerk baits. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm throwing a 7-foot medium that's fast action. So little effort, lots of bait action, lots of, let me get this without getting a hook in my hand. Right there, there's your fish. On that Zumverno 95. Little guy, but fun nonetheless. But that fast action lets me do less work and impart more action in that bait, and that's really what's important here. And by the way, these hooks, sticky, sharp. Oof. There we go. Get this one back in the water. Now when it comes to JetBoost casting distance, JetBoost is kind of unique to the industry because it's not just a weight transfer system with, you know, a ball bearing, whether it's steel, tungsten on some lures or whatever. This is actually a weight that slides on a wire that has a spring behind it. So what it essentially does is when you cast, it slams backwards and takes it out tail first, but as it's in the air, the spring pushes the weight back forward so that when it hits the water, it's in that running position. On this bait, they've also lowered the center of gravity here where it comes over this middle hook and then drops to the belly to give the bait better action. So even though I'm casting into the wind here, as you can see here, I got a wind, I'm using a bait caster, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, the DC helps, but you're still able to throw that little 3/8 ounce bait a long way. Long casts make all the difference in clear water. Another one out in front of me here. Ooh, ooh, got him, nice fish. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh. Are you kidding me? Stay hooked, baby. Good fish. Nothing is much better than early summer smallmouth because they're aggressive. The water's clear up here in the north. You can see them. You can throw a variety of baits at them, but having a small jerk bait like this Zumverno 95 SPMR is really, really crucial. That's a solid fish. Solid fish. Take your time and back your drag off. And the hooks are razor sharp, but they are small, so you don't want to apply too much pressure. Oh God, that's a good fish. Gonna be fun out of the aircraft. Wow. Chunky. Got one hook left in him right now, right in the snout. We're gonna have to tire this fish out completely. Oh, there we go. That's a solid one. Gotta be real careful here. All right, now I got it. There we go. What a gorgeous smallmouth. How is that for the Zumverno 95 SPMR, medium runner, 6-foot diver, wide action, FlashBoost, JetBoost, ScaleBoost, depending on the model you pick. Casting distance, phenomenal, even on straight fluoro, even on a bait caster. Super happy with this one. If you're looking for a new small jerkbait, definitely go check this one out when it hits the stores, because this is a new product for 2026, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be shipping probably late summer, early fall. How's that for color?
Good. Yeah.
Good. Get this one back in the water. All right. Oh, happy smallmouth. There you have it, guys. If you could do me a favor, click subscribe down below. Also hit the get notifications bell. It's going to make sure our new videos get into your feed. And if you have any questions or comments about a setup, a jerkbait, how you work it, cadence, line, time of year, temperature, hit me up down below. Leave a comment. Love talking to you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys are all staying safe. Most importantly, hope you're all catching some beasts like that one. Talk to you next time.